Hi, KD2ETP here again. Today we're going to work on the quarter wave 2-meter vertical, which is the first antenna that most people build. It's a simple build. It only takes a few components to do it, and it works rather well for repeaters and such. The one that I built, I made specifically for bringing out when I'm doing one of my small D expeditions, let's say, just to have something to give my HT a little more performance when I'm out there, so that I can hit some of the local repeaters and talk to some of the local guys who like to talk to me while I'm out there. So the first thing you're going to want to start with when you build yours is SO239. Oop. There's the back. These are the bulkhead. I keep dropping it. And there's where you connect your coax. Now what you do, and there's plenty of websites and stuff where you can get the calculations from. I'll give you the basic measurement of mine, and then when I'm done we'll put it together, I'll hang it, and we'll get some measurements off of the MFJ tuner I have over there. Or not tuner, but the antenna analyzer. So mine center element is approximately 19.5 inches long, and through trial and error this seemed to work out well for me. What I did that makes mine unique is I put one of these ring terminals on the end of it, and there's a reason for that, and then I soldered it into the center pin of the SO239. So back to the ring terminal on the end, and the reason why I did that is it makes it easier to hang out in the field. You just throw a string up in a tree and drop it down, and then you can hook onto the top of this antenna and hoist it up. And it works rather well like that. You can get it up pretty high and get pretty good coverage for that, even on simplex mode. So this is a 12 gauge piece of wire, regular household Romex, and you're going to need 5 pieces all together. So I got 4 here, and then the one that I soldered on here with the ring terminal that measured approximately 19.5. So next, what you're going to want to do is measure your ground. This is a quarter wave ground plane antenna, so these 4 elements make up the ground plane on it. So these are, and I forget offhand what they were. These were approximately 19.5 to begin with. And then what I did is I made a little hook in the end of them. Now the reason for that hook is because on your panel mount or bulkhead or whatever you want to call this, you got the holes there, and that's where you're going to attach it, to these 4 holes here. So I'll shut this off for a minute. I'll get them all on there, and then we'll take a look at finished product, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the finished product. I know the lighting isn't great, but you can see how I got the X made. So these were 19.5. This one is also measures 19.5, and that's to the tippy top of the ring, which is metal obviously, so you got to count that as part. Onto the SO239, you can see over here I got, these are 632 screws, and you saw how I bent the loop in the wire. So I got those fastened in there. I got a short piece of coax at the bottom, and I will hook the analyzer up and we'll take a look at it. So on the high end, almost around 150, I'm at 2.2, and then you can see as I go down 2.1, 2.0, there you go, 1.9. So, and I think it starts to go up about 139. So you can see I got that hooked up here. That's how I got that hooked up. And I'm only a couple feet off the ground, so this isn't a great test, but you can see that, They're 140. So 140, I'm at 2.6. So that's not bad. I could do some trimming and stuff. And then there's another interesting thing you can do to help a little bit too. So let me see here. I'm going to get this back up towards the... oop, too far. Let's put it right around there. We'll see if it works. Hold on 1 second, I'll get right back. So right now everything's a flat plane, and that's not bad. 1.8 at 146.8. That's good for repeaters and general rag chew. And you know, with a HT you're only running 5 watts, so you're not going to have any issues with that. So I'm still about 1.8, just slightly, well, about, you know, and you can see it dropped a little bit there. It's sensitive, and I'm not too high off the ground. You can see I'm only, you know, maybe 2 feet off the ground. So obviously it'd make a difference if I was further up in the air. But if you look, what I did was I angled the elements down here to a certain degree angle, and that can help your SWRs as well. So, and if we look over here, once I got out of the way, you know, it drops to about 1.5 there. So there's ways to tweak it other than just cutting the element lengths and whatnot. Look up online the formulas. Offhand, I cannot remember what the formula was for that, but anyways, I'm sure I'll remember right after I get done with the video. So a couple more things. I made this one in particular, the quarter wave vertical 2 meter ground plane antenna, to be portable, so I could bring with me. Is it the best choice for portable? Maybe not. People like J-poles and that kind of stuff, and obviously you could fold them up a lot easier, but I just thought it would be fun because I like playing with different antennas when I'm out there. So what I did is I took a piece of 1-inch PVC. This is electrical PVC, so that's why it's gray. It's got the bell end on it, and I cut it overall, let's see, forget what I did, 23 inches. And then in the end there, you could see I took that's a 1/2 inch pipe cap. I heated up the end a little bit and pushed it in to make that end sealed in there. Then what you could do is you take your antennas and everything, and that's why I left the bell end. That fits right in the top of there, your SO239. And it drops down in there nice. Then what I did is took a reducer, as you can see, and this reduces from 1 inch to 1/2 inch, and glued in a short piece of 1/2 inch PVC with another pipe cap on top of that, all glued together, and voila, you have a nice portable, stick it in your backpack. You know, whatever, you can bring it somewhere, bring it to work. It doesn't get bent up. It's a nice way to keep it stored as well, just in your house if you want to use it, and it works out well. One other thing I wanted to say, when you're done, another thing you can do if you wanted to mount this on your house, this fits rather nicely on top of a piece of 3/4 inch PVC. So you can put that piece of PVC, put your antenna in there, ground plane sits on there, seal it up with some silicone, and strap that to the side of your house. That'll get you up there, you know, as high as you can, and give it some flexibility in the wind. And I've had one up on a work trailer for a couple years. It worked out well. Gave me good range for all the repeaters around town here and where I'm from. So just some ideas there to make your radio play more fun, let's say. KD2 ETP, have a good one.